is 3 kills going over to the Hilly Gamers by something that can be only defined as very, very, very unfortunate play. I'm not going to say the word bad, but we all know that that was not very good and definitely not worthy of a team that was second place last split. Is this a team crumbling under the pressure? Now, that is 1k ahead at 4 minutes. They're definitely going to have to pick up the pace. I'm saying pick up the pace. They're only 4 minutes in game. Everything can happen. But that is what happens when you get a little bit too greedy for a kill. So having kids, don't do this at home. Especially don't do this in solo queue. Do not do this in solo queue. We see a little bit of banter in the chat. Now, I think Slow is the only one that's actually doing very well in lane. He is a little bit ahead. Has a little bit of gold extra. Has a little bit of CS extra. And is of course to be expected when you're playing LeBlanc. LeBlanc is a very, very strong laner. We all know that. And Oblivion's Wraith is doing quite well. He is pulling Louis out of his safe spot. The problem is that what they want to do is they want to bait him. I think what they want to do is they want to bait Louis and then try and gank him. The problem is that Bismuth already has... Oh, man. Wow. Slow does a lot of damage there. Does get off that chain. And I believe... No, there was actually an assist for jerking. But that was just a very good 1v1. And that is Slow picking up a kill for his team. But what I wanted to say is that they're trying to bait... Gucci in the top lane, but Bismuth actually had double buff, so there's no way that Gucci's ever going to engage a fight. Now Joe's being a little bit aggressive here, but it's going to be hard this bot lane because Lucian right now is just a very good AD carry, especially he's already got that Corfields Warhammer, and Just Shy has only got 8 Doran's Blade. Now Gucci's got a large... So we don't know where that cleaver went to. Now Oblivion's Wraith coming in for a gank, but nothing more than that. Trying to clear... He isn't going to... I wanted to say he's going to clear that pinky. Now he is going to clear that pinky. Unfortunate hook doesn't land, but there's a little bit of damage going over to Yurs, and jerking, just recalling in that tri-brush. Now, Captain Slow went for the Codex and double Doran's Ring. So he's probably going to look for a... Oh man, good hook there by Jers. Does have to fly out there, Coney. Just shy of just continuing to do some damage, which I do think is good. I think Mel could have turned a little earlier there. As soon as Just Shy starts targeting Yurs, he can just continue doing damage. I mean, you're still Lucian. You just, as long as you've got mana, you can just do whatever you want. Although, I look now, it doesn't have that much mana. Let's see. Just shy of... I'd say the pieces returned. For a 3-1 lead, they're only 1k ahead. So I do think Dwayne Johnson's has very nicely pulled down the pace in the sense that they went so aggressive on that early kill on the Malphite. They just gave away 2 kills. Something, of course, you see quite often, but well, you don't actually see that often at all. But it's just something that it happens, and you don't really have control over it in the sense that you are. It's just very much tunnel vision. And it's unfortunate, but it seems like they're not out of it yet. And I keep forgetting to do this, to put on the overlay. For everyone who's joining now, this is the sides. Hilly Games on the left side and the Dwayne Johnson's on the right. Now, Slow trading a bit there with prods, although that didn't do too much. But he should start pushing out his lane and trying to put some pressure on other lanes, because that is, of course, what you're LeBlanc for. Unless you get like 5 kills on your own mid laner, I'd say try and play as much with your early damage as you can. Now that was a good trade, I think. Slow losing what, 15% of his AP, and Prod's using a little more, just choking those pots. Does have blue buff slow, so he can continue. He can continue to. Oh, that is a good one. Did actually hit the combo there. Now Jers trying to. Oh, good flash there. Oh, Prods goes in, does his. Taunt does go down there. Oblivion's Rate now trying to get to Jerking. Jerking gets exhausted, does repel out of there. Very well done by Oblivion's Wraith. Oh man, the damage by Captain Slow's amazing. Is that going to be enough? That is going to be enough for Captain Slow. But Jers is there to follow that up. Now Gucci Louis is coming. Is he going to be able to do anything? Hilly G Bismuth is there to help him. And Coney the Great will do what you can too. Overall, that is a 2v2. 2 for 2. But that was excellent turn there by Slow. But also very good play by Oblivion's Rate. Knowing that the repel would probably go to Wraiths as soon as he drops down. And he's not in front of him. He knew he would go to Wraiths. Just Qs over the wall and kills him. Meanwhile, the bot lane, with that support, now playing a little bit laid back. Oh, Mel getting caught out there. Is this going to be a kill for just shy of? That is going to be a kill. And they did actually also pull their heal. So this is a... Wow, this is a lot of meters he has to tank there. The first game of the evening was without any kills almost until, what, 50 minutes. But this game has got a lot of kills, and I am enjoying it. And 500 gold deficit right now for Dwayne's. The Hilly Gamers had a good lead. They still have a lead. They need to hang on to that. And we do see that Prods is actually going for that Abyssal Scepter. Early Abyssal Scepter there. Now, what can Slow do? Slow did actually finish the Morellonomicon already. And what that also means, these 3 kills on LeBlanc are really important. Because if you get 3 kills on LeBlanc, you will be able to do a lot of damage to, of course, your opposing mid lane. I mean, that's something everyone knows. Look at that. That's just insane damage. But what people don't realize is that that means that the other mid lane is forced to adapt his build to what he wants to do. Now, because if you look at the build of Prods, you can see that he was starting to build. He built that Forbidden Idol. He's started to build a Morellonomicon, which he needs for Mundo, because he's the only one who can fight Mundo if he's got ult. So he needs that Morello, because if he doesn't have Ignite, he can't even do anything. Now we're going to see a gank mid lane. So if he doesn't have that, then he can't. If he doesn't have Ignite, he can't do anything against Mundo unless he has, of course, that Morellonomicon. How much damage does that do? Not that much. So I went off on a bit of a tangent. What I mean is that because LeBlanc is ahead, because Slow's ahead, Prods has to build Abyssal Scepter and cannot finish his Morellonomicon, which will make Gucci even more effective. Oh man, teleport coming in by Malphite. Wow, very good. Immediate ult there. And that's just something that you don't even want to commentate. It's just it happens and it's over. That's the only thing I know. And they are going to be transitioning that to a dragon. Now, it's also interesting, of course, in Mundo is that you can't stop a teleport when you're Mundo. You can start hitting cleavers, but that's it. And this Drake does go over to the Hilly Gamers, who did not smite it, by the way. Now, Jers does try to do a little bit of damage there. Does a lot of damage. Is Slow going to be here on time? Is going to be here on time. And that's another... This is actually a kill going over to Jerking. And Gucci Louis is just hitting this tower as if nothing has happened. Now, Blue going over to Captain Slow. Oh, doesn't go over to Slow. Went over to Jerking. How did that happen? That's unfortunate. Well, the idea is there. And that's, of course, what matters. No. Might be the first turret of the game, actually. And he will actually probably go over to Dwayne Johnson's here. Just shy of taking that very nicely. Now, overall, I think the comp right now of Hilly Gamers is working out in the sense that they just very nicely got a kill off Malphite Teleport. They just utilized that very well. And the new Mundo probably couldn't push that turret. He could push it a bit, of course, but get nothing meaningful out of it. So that's good. But they do have to make sure this LeBlanc doesn't start to get out of hand, because Captain Slow is going to start doing a lot of damage and going to be able to force a lot of objectives in that sense. Let's see. That prods. Oh man, Slow trying to go in here. Very nicely done. Picks up a kill against prods. Now Milk getting binded, but he can get out. And meanwhile, the top lane, Gucci is just continuing his quest. Oh man, and that's man, Jer's getting caught up here and dying. But that is how you want to utilize this team comp. The only thing you need is one pick, and you can just keep going, because the team comp of the Hilly Gamers focuses on the Malphite ult. If they hit a good Malphite ult, good charm, whatever, then they can kill multiple people. But the Dwayne Johnson's comp focuses on just getting one pick. They just need one pick. They need one good cocoon, one binding, and then if LeBlanc is in the area, which is a large area because she can of course distortion twice, she's going to do a lot of damage, especially when she's 5-1. And right now, Captain Slow has almost 3k gold. He didn't even go back. Same goes for Jerking. He's sitting on 2k. So this is just a lot of money they still have to spend. And they're probably going to use in their favour. And they are actually 2.5k gold ahead right now, just because of those few picks. And, of course, because they got the mid turret. Now, is Jers going to be caught out there? Oh, man. I am completely missing this. Louis has his ult up. I wanted to find one of the two, and I missed both. But yeah, that was Jers trying to clear out some wards there, and he got caught by Cocoon. Now, oh, man. Slow is probably going to get another kill there. Gets another one. Max range chains there, and they're going to be able to push another turret because there was no one there to defend it. And they are just taking this into... I do think this is the exact same kind of play we saw in the last split. What would happen is Dwayne Johnson's lanes, they're okay, but not too good. They might lose lanes, but they are very good in making picks and working off the picks. And right here, they get 2 picks and they take 2 mid towers. That's how fast it goes. But also now, this LeBlanc does so much damage. They've cleared it probably. Ooh, that's Jers going down. Jers going down. If they do this right, they might be able to get another one. Let's see, Bismuth. Bismuth will. Oh man, Louis missing that cleaver though. If they do this right, they might be able to get a pick on Milk. We do see Jer King in the mid lane trying to clear from that mid tower, but this is going to be a 4v4 because Jer might not be in time, but there's not a lot of health on these guys. Oblivion's Wrath trying to get in. Misses his Q. Oh man, flash there from Oblivion's Wrath. Bismuth gets chained, gets rooted there. Good taunt, good cleaver. Coney trying to get another binding, I think. Doesn't get another binding. It's the disengage, but Jers is here. Gets a cocoon. How much can just shy of do? That's a Malphite ult there. And Dwayne Johnson's is just deleted. Jerking will not be able to get out. That's another kill going over to Hilly Gamers. And the last one surviving is Coney the Great, but he will survive. They are going to be taking a mid turret out of this. But that is, again, That is how the both team comps work. One team